Hi, and welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Ali Navarro, nutrition chef with Green Our Planet, and today I'm going to be teaching you a super quick, easy recipe, and that is a cilantro avocado dip. So stay tuned and let's learn how to make this. The first ingredient in our dip is going to be 1 cup of Greek yogurt. Our Greek yogurt is going to have a great source of probiotics. Probiotics, if you don't know what that is, it's just a healthy bacteria that's going to help improve our immune system, and it's also going to help with any stomach issues that you have. Our Greek yogurt also is a great source of calcium, so that's a key ingredient to helping get strong bones in your body, and it's also going to be a great source of protein. So I'm going to go ahead and measure this out. We'll be using 1 cup, and I'm going to measure it out with my spoon. Now, if you don't have Greek yogurt, go ahead and swap it out for some sour cream, or if you're lactose intolerant, go ahead and use any other alternatives that you have at home. And for today, since I don't have a food processor, I'm going to be using my blender right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just set this down and toss our yogurt. All right, so let's move on to our next ingredient. Our second ingredient is going to be 1 avocado. Our avocado is going to be a great source of fiber, so it's going to be really good for your digestive system, keeping it nice and healthy. Also contains mono and polyunsaturated fats, which are considered good fats, which is really awesome. Yes, there are good fats that you can eat and put into your body. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this up, and I'm going to grab a spoon and we're going to scoop this out. This little spatula that I actually have laying next to me. Good thing, if you didn't know, you can put avocados into your smoothies, put it on toast, and you want to make sure you get rid of this seed, and you can set it aside. That one just happened to hop out. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep scooping this out. Depending on how big your avocados are, you can just use 1 or 2. So since mine's small and I'm not making a lot, I'm just going to use 1, but feel free to add more if you'd like. Let's move on to our next ingredient. Our third ingredient will be 1 cup of cilantro. Our cilantro is going to be a good source of antioxidants, so it's going to protect our bodies from free radicals and keep us nice and healthy. Our cilantro is considered an herb, if you did not know that. Other herbs that are known and common are basil, thyme, oregano. So one thing about cilantro is I've been growing up with this my whole life since I am Mexican American. We've been using this in a lot of our dishes. So it's really tasty, and in a lot of our salsas as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop this up and set it in our cup. So I'm just gonna discard all of our stems and set those aside. So just chop, chop, chop. They don't have to be perfectly chopped because they are gonna get sent into our blender. Go ahead and just set this in here, and we're almost done. So let's move on to our next ingredient. Our fourth ingredient will be half a lime. Our lime is going to be a good source of antioxidants as well, and also a good source of vitamin C. So it's going to be very immune boosting and keep you nice and healthy and keep you from getting sick. So I'm going to go ahead and use my knife to cut this in half. So you can use the whole lime, or you can just use half, how I'll be using here. So if you use the whole lime, it will be a little bit more tangier. So if you like the tangy flavor, go ahead and use the whole lime. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my juicer, just twist it on here. And one little fun fact, if you did not know, I didn't do it right now, but if you want to get a little bit more juice out of your lime, go ahead and just grab your lime and just roll it to kind of get all the juice ready to go. But you can go ahead and just keep twisting it. And all right, so we have our juice here. Gonna toss that into our blender. And let's move on to our next ingredient. For the last ingredient of our dip, we'll be using half a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna go ahead and just use my half teaspoon and scoop it out of this little jar. Go ahead and put it into our blender. And before we start blending, make sure you have a cup of water, just a little bit, just to have on hand to help with the consistency of our dip. So if you do like a thinner consistency, go ahead and put more water, but if you want it more dip-like, make sure to put a little at a time. We're gonna go ahead and blend this. I'm gonna start blending it a little bit, and then I'll start adding my water. And then I'm gonna go ahead and turn it up a bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and check this before to make sure I like the consistency or if I need to add any more water into it. So it does look a little chunky right there, so it smells exactly like guacamole. So I like this consistency, so I don't know if you can tell about the consistency here, how it looks. So you could add more, add less water, your choice. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my bowl and just add my dip into here. This looks so good, and it smells really good as well. I encourage you to use a variety of fruits and vegetables as your dipping options. You can use them from your garden, at school, or at home. Or if you don't have any fruits or vegetables nearby, go ahead and grab tortilla chips. I hope you enjoyed this super simple recipe using a variety of fruits and vegetables that you can find in your school garden. Now that you watched me create this recipe, I challenge you to do the same. But don't forget, be creative, tag us on social media, and I'll see you next time.